Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Darrell Brooks saga. On today's episode we're going to continue with day 12, and I think Mr. Darrell Brooks right here is preparing to interview Detective Guth again. He had a chance to cross-examine him, but now we're going to go see what relevant questions does he have for the detective. But first, thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for giving a like to the video. It really helps the channel a lot when you do that. So let's get right into the video. And he takes ages to call witnesses. He's like pulling teeth every time that he wants a new witness.
The defense will call Stephen Guth.
All right.
Directing your attention to the evening of...
All right. Just a quick before he even starts. We know he's gonna ask the nonsense, but we're gonna pull this up. All right. So in today's Suit Watch, Detective Guth has a black suit, black gray, a bluish shirt, and a red and black tie. I don't like it that much. I don't think it doesn't work for me. The whole combination. I'm gonna give it a 9. Yeah.
November 21st of 2021. Do you recall that evening?
I do.
And were you on duty that evening?
Not initially.
For more clarification, what do you mean by not initially?
It was a regular off day for me, but I received notification to respond to the police department for the mass casualty incident in the downtown area of Waukesha.
So at that point, I'm assuming you were dispatched to that location?
I was not dispatched. We use Signal. It's an app that's used that we can share information for investigations. And I received a Signal message that this tragedy just happened.
When you got to the parade, what did you do at that point?
I went to the downtown area to assess and see what I could help with.
At some point during your investigation, did you make contact with the woman by the name of Erica Patterson?
Yes.
What was the nature of that part of your investigation?
When I made contact with our command center, they had learned the name of Darrell Brooks and had learned that Erica Patterson was the estranged girlfriend of the suspect of this investigation.
You made reference to estranged girlfriend. What do you mean?
I don't know if I should answer that.
He has no idea what estranged mean. He was just like, "Why did you call my girlfriend that? Is that an insult?" And look at his angry face.
I think the question was pertaining to the word estranged, but we'll move on.
He just admitted, I don't know that word.
We'll disregard that last question, then it's been withdrawn. And the statement made by Detective Guth following that.
I'm assuming at some point you took a statement from Miss Patterson?
I did.
Do you recall if it was recorded, written, you writing it? What was the nature of how the report was taken?
Well, her words were spoken and they were recorded, and then I prepared a report.
Did you prepare the report that same evening?
No.
When did you prepare the report?
Sometime after the 22nd of November.
Why not the same evening?
Because after I spoke with her, I wanted to go back and speak with her again.
Did you obtain any statements from any other people that may have been involved with Miss Patterson?
I did not.
Do you know to your recollection, if any other officers have taken statements from parties that may have been involved with Ms. Patterson?
Well, the night of November 21st, 2021, I did have a partner with me, another detective.
Do you recall him talking to any other parties that may have been involved with Ms. Patterson?
Well, the detective that was with me was a female, Detective Barron.
I really love I love this detective. He doesn't give anything to Darrell Brooks. If he asks a yes or no question, he says yes or no question. Right now he said a detective, and then Darrell Brooks say him, and she's like, he's not him, it's her, and that's it. I love that. I love that. That he does that.
The question was, do you know if your partner had any interactions with parties that may have been involved with Ms. Patterson?
I don't believe so.
Hold on,
but
are
I
you
can't-
specifically referring to a date certain or just in general?
I think it was clear.
I need it clear for the record,
The
though.
date would be
On the
November
21st?
21st
Okay,
of 2021.
thank you with that clarification.
No, I don't believe so.
Did you learn at any point that there may have been other parties involved with Ms. Patterson?
In which incident?
I'm referring again to November 21st of 2021.
Yes.
Do you recall who those parties were?
Corey Runkle and Nicholas Kirby.
Do you recall if your partner spoke with any of those parties?
Which partner?
I'm guessing the female partner that you made reference to.
No, she did not.
And in that recorded interview with Ms. Patterson, what did you learn about the evening of November 21st, 2021?
Which recording?
Are there multiple recordings?
Yes.
Again, I come back to this. You never ask a witness. It's your witness. You're supposed to know what he's gonna say. But you never ask a question that you don't know. You're supposed to be prepared, my guy. How do you know that there were multiple recordings? You have the recordings.
What did you learn about the evening of November 21st, 2021 from both recordings with Ms. Patterson?
Your Honor, I'm going to object at this point, as this testimony covers ground that was very clearly covered during the state's case in chief.
Yeah?
I'll give Mr. Brooks some leeway. You are asking for hearsay, though, you understand that.
He doesn't understand.
I asked him, what did he learn?
Fair enough. Go ahead, you may answer.
She was injured by Darrell Brooks on November 20th, which would have been Saturday. She stated that she met with Mr. Brooks at Frame Park, and they were arguing over the fact that she did not give him money, and he injured her by slapping her in the mouth and punching her in the eye.
Again, how does this help you, my guy? You just made him testify in open court that you slapped her. Why?
The next day, she got in a motor vehicle with him over the same argument. He was mad that she did not provide him with money. He proceeded to try to take her phone because he thought she was talking to other guys. Slapped her in the mouth, punched her in the eye. She jumped out of the motor vehicle because she feared for her safety and made her way back towards Frame Park. While walking back towards Frame Park, she was calling her friends, Corey Runkle and Nicholas Kirby, to come help her. When she arrived back near Frame Park in front of White Rock School, there was a confrontation in front of White Rock School with Mr. Brooks. Erica Patterson, Corey Runkle, and Nicholas Kirby, where there was some kind of shoving match. And that's when Mr. Brooks got back into the motor vehicle and took off down White Rock towards Main Street. Erica Patterson then made her way back towards the Women's Center.
You made reference to being told about an incident from Saturday, November 20th. And then stating that in the second interview, Ms. Patterson stated that didn't happen. Is that correct?
No, she didn't say that. She said that didn't happen on the 20th. It happened on the 21st or something like that. He only got a little bit of what he said, and he went from there. But that's not what he said.
She didn't state that it didn't happen. She just stated that she didn't drive around with him on Saturday, November 20th.
There you go.
But she also met with him and was slapped in the mouth that day too.
So he's still losing. Every question that he's asking helps him dig himself deeper on the ground.
If it pleases the court, I have a document here I would like to show the witness.
You may use the document camera if that's hooked up. Otherwise, the bailiff can take it to the witness.
Before we go through that process, I'm going to object. It's, well, maybe
Let
we
me
should
see the
talk about
document.
this. Yeah.
All right, and give that back to Mr. Brooks. Given the content of that document, I'll sustain the objection, or what that document is, I should say.
Sustained on what grounds?
It's not relevant, yep, to this witness's testimony.
How is it not relevant?
It is not.
It's not relevant.
You made reference to November 20th. That's what this document is talking about.
It's not relevant to the charges at issue. We can take it up later, and if need be, I'll let you recall the witness, but I'm directing you to move on to a new topic.
Your Honor, I'm going to respectfully...
All right. What he's trying to give Mr. Guth is it's a paper that says that the state was not going to charge him for whatever happened on the 20th. And he thinks that by saying that, by giving that paper, that means that November 20th never happened. That means that his crime didn't happen. But that's not how it works, Mr. Brooks. If you come to my house and steal my computer, and I am like, I sue you because of it. This is like, this guy stole my computer, and then I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'll just get another one. I'll go and drop the charge. That doesn't mean that you didn't steal my computer. It just means that I didn't care enough to go forward with the lawsuit, or yeah. Something like that. It doesn't mean that it didn't happen. It just means that you weren't charged for it. You did it, or you may or may not did it, but that's not how it works.
And ask for finding the fact.
And I
The objection's noted, it's sustained. Well, their objection's sustained, yours is overruled. Please continue.
Is that noted for the record? I would like a written finding the fact.
The request is denied. Keep going, please.
Denied on what grounds? On what lawful law?
Keep going, sir.
Lawful law.
Are you making a judicial determination that you don't have to answer that question as a public servant?
Sir, I've ruled on the objection. It's on the record. Please keep going.
Once again, information that needs to be known is being hidden.
He's being hidden? What information? It doesn't. There's nothing hidden.
It's not relevant, sir. Please
It's
continue.
very relevant. He just opened the door on that by saying November 20th.
You ask the questions. Everything that he said is because you ask him. He didn't open the door. You did. But it's irrelevant.
Objection. Move to strike all of the comments made by Mr. Brooks in the last 20 seconds or so, especially with regard to any implication that he hasn't had all of the discovery material.
objection. I never made any
Prior to
mention
trial.
of not having any discovery material. That never
The
was
jury will
stated.
just disregard, as I've told the jury repeatedly, comments made or statements made by the parties, whether they be lawyers or the parties themselves, are not evidence, and you're to disregard them. Facts that are not in evidence, you should not consider that in any way either.
In your, let me back up. You wrote your own report. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
And in your report, you referred to 2 incidents. Would that be fair to say?
Just to clarify, which report are you speaking about? I wrote several reports.
The one written November 22nd of 2021.
I do reference 2 reports and 1 CAD call.
What was the last part? Cat call?
A CAD call, yes.
What do you mean cab call?
Not CAD.
CAD.
C-A-D.
CAD.
A CAD call.
What do you mean CAD call? What?
That's a call for service that does not generate a police report.
And what was that CAD call?
That was a call for service near Frame Park for a fight involving potentially a domestic related incident.
Do you recall any other details about that CAD call?
There wasn't much in it because the officer had to leave to go to the parade.
Oh, yeah.
Do you recall mention of a knife?
You cannot talk about that because he was struck from the record. Remember when he said he was deaf and then he heard what everyone else couldn't hear? That video, that officer.
During that CAD call?
Yes.
To the best of your recollection, do you recall anyone recovering a knife or you yourself recovering a knife?
There was no knife involved in that incident through my investigation of the report that you have.
But it is fair to say that that's how the CAD call went out, that there was potentially a knife fight.
That's how it was initially, I believe, reported or communicated through dispatch to the officers that responded.
You made reference in your report that in the previous interview that Ms. Patterson was not completely forthright. What exactly do you mean by not completely forthright?
She did not give me all the details of the incidents to me initially.
Do you recall why?
I don't know why she didn't.
So it'd be fair to say that Ms. Patterson had been untruthful with you in the first interview.
Again, he just said that she didn't give all the information. Not giving all the information is not lying. It's just not saying everything. It's different. What she said was true. It was just not all.
No, she told me she was extremely afraid of you. And that's why she didn't want to tell me everything.
Well, you just stated that you didn't know why she was not forthright.
I can't read her mind, but that's what she told me.
At any time during your investigation in regards to the incidents with Ms.
Incident.
Patterson, did you at any time see interviews that were conducted with Nicholas Kirby and Corey Runkle?
What do you mean by see them?
Had you seen any statements made by those two parties?
No.
Would it be fair to say that at some point they were interviewed by law enforcement officers, to your recollection?
Yes.
And you've never seen any of those interviews?
They weren't video recorded.
Have you seen any written statements from them or report from law enforcement?
I received a summary of what they stated verbally from another detective, yes.
So it'd be fair to say you did have knowledge of what they said transpired on November 21st of 2021.
I had knowledge of what they said. I didn't see anything. Correct.
Again, he keeps doing that, and I love it. Just you didn't ask me if I know. You asked me if I see it. Different thing, Mr. Brooks.
And to the best of your recollection, seeing what those two parties had said, what do you recall?
Objection.
Grounds.
Evidence here. See what they said, and also calls for hearsay.
Sustained.
What did you read
Objection.
from those
He didn't read. He was told.
statements given by those two parties?
Objection. Calls for hearsay.
Grounds.
Sustained.
Grounds for the sustain.
Calls for hearsay.
One second.
Anytime now. Everyone say hello to Rory. Well,
Do you
he's
recall what
looking dead.
officer took those statements from Nicholas Kirby and Corey Runkle in relation to the incident on November 21st of 2021?
Yes. Yes.
And what law enforcement officer was that?
Detective Van Els.
So, what was the point of that question? You have nothing. Just move on to the plaintiff and let's be done with it. Ten hours later.
And after that report that you wrote on November 22nd of 2021, was that the end of your investigation into the incident of November 21st of 2021?
No.
And what was the extent of your investigation after November 22nd of 2021?
Judge, I'm gonna object. Well, on the defendant's behalf, I believe here, based on some previous rulings the court has made.
Sustained.
They're helping him out. Like he just protected Darrell Brooks from himself. Anytime now. You're out of questions, my dude. Just move on. And this is speed up, right? This is edited down. Can you imagine just being there watching him mess with his papers?
And did you speak with Ms. Patterson again after filing your report?
Yes.
In reference to the incident from November 21st of 2021?
I don't understand your question.
Did you speak with Ms. Patterson after you filed your report in relation to the incident from November 21st of 2021?
No.
Are we done? I think you're done.
In relation to the alleged incident on November 20th of 2021,
Why?
Do you know if that alleged incident ever took place?
Yeah. Why are you talking about a case or about something that you don't know? That it's not relevant. You weren't you don't have a charge for that. So stop doing that.
Objection.
Grounds.
Calls for hearsay, lack of personal knowledge.
Well, he reported it.
It also goes to one of the ultimate issues that the jury will need to determine, so it's sustained.
He has nothing else. Nothing that he has said has helped him prove that it wasn't intentional. The only thing that he did was remind the jury that he did that.
No questions, no further questions right now at this time.
All right, thank you. Any cross?
No, Your Honor.
Nope.
May have something later for that particular witness.
No, that. Why would you want another round with him? You have nothing. So.
All right, I'll try to raise that on an appropriate break. Call your next witness, please.
You only have one more witness, Brooks. Only one more.
Is there only one witness left?
Yes.
Yes. For that, yes, for that time. Yes. I
No
believe.
one else is here?
No, it's not 10:30 yet.
That's the reason why he was stalling so much. He wanted to make it until 10:30 so he could not call Erica and keep her waiting on the aisle. Okay, Darrell Brooks, no one else is here. You need to call another witness. Who you gonna call?
Who's supposed to come in 10:30, right?
It doesn't matter.
Call your next witness, please. I don't have that list right at my fingertips.
You said what happened?
I don't have that list right at my fingertips, but I know there's a witness available, so please call your next witness.
Can I be provided that 10:30 list?
Does the state have that? You could pass it over. I don't have that at my fingertips.
Sure, let me jot it. I have it, but I'll write it up for Mr. Brooks to review, Your Honor.
Thank you.
I set for value in return for value this paperwork.
Right?
Thank you if everyone would have a seat then. Please call your next witness.
And who determined this order?
You determined this order. You said last episode, or when we were talking about who was gonna be there, you said go from the list that I gave you, and they did that exactly in the order that you did it. You did.
Mr. Brooks, I'll take up that issue outside the presence of the jury later. If there's a witness available, please call the witness.
That's not the witness that was intended to be called at this time.
I understand.
Then you should have called her and tell her that she's supposed to be in the afternoon. But you were playing this game about, I'm not gonna tell them the order because they're gonna be prepared.
And that, sir, under 90611, I have the authority and the discretion on that, so please call the witness who's available.
So I'm being rushed to judgment.
Again,
No, sir, I'm trying to have an effective and efficient use of all of our time. So please call the witness.
Which is respected, but at the same time, being that this is my time
Right,
to
I'm going to
present my
excuse the
defense.
jury for right now. I'll rise for the
Here
jury,
we go.
please. Mr. Brooks, under 90611, I do have the authority and just my inherent authority over this case to require you to call the next available witness. You, in my opinion, were not entirely cooperative yesterday with the process, and so I told you that 3 witnesses would come in at 8:30, 2 would come in at 10:30, 2 would come in at 1:30, 2 would come in at 3:30, and then if there were any left, I wasn't sure if there were or not, would come in at 4.
You also didn't provide me with that list,
You were advised on the record,
but
sir.
you didn't provide it to me.
Sir, you chose not to write down. So that's on you, not me.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's,
So
no, you
here's
can't.
the
That's
thing.
a rush to
Erica
judgment.
Patterson
It is
is
not.
here, so I'm advising you that she will be the next witness that you call if you so choose. If you choose not to call her right now, then I'm releasing her from the subpoena.
Good.
Because we have almost 45 minutes until 10:30, just slightly under that. She's on your list. She was on the listing as I understand it, the groupings of 3, Tuesday
That you
morning,
understand it.
Tuesday afternoon,
Did you
Wednesday
receive it?
morning, Wednesday afternoon, and so on and so forth. That's the order. I told you very specifically I'm not going to have everyone come in at one time because that's not efficient, that's not effective, and it's not courteous to them. So I'm advising you that if you don't call her right now, you will forfeit your right to call her.
Is that lawful law?
Yes.
Sir, I believe I have the authority to do that. She's here. She's ready to go.
I'm just
She's
asking the
your
question.
witness.
I'm just asking the question. Is that lawful law?
I have the authority.
He's not answering that question because it's nonsense. Something can be lawful, something can be unlawful. Nothing about lawful law makes sense.
Under 90611 and other rules and the inherent authority of this court to control the order and mode of interrogation
Your Honor,
of
why
witnesses.
is it always so hard to just say yes or no?
Yes,
Is it lawful
I have
law?
the authority, sir.
I'm not disputing that.
You just
I'm not
disputed
disputing.
that.
No, I asked the question. Is it lawful law?
Sir, I've told you what I believe my authority is. Okay,
You
if
told
you don't
me
want
what
to
you-
recognize it,
you
that's
told
fine.
me
You
your
want to
authority.
object and note it, that's
You told
fine.
me your
Your
authority.
objection
I'm
is
not.
noted
I'm not
on the
debating
record.
your authority. I'm not.
So I will address one other issue with you because you said you had an issue regarding the last witness, which is fine. We can address that quickly, and then I'm going to have the jury brought in, and that will be your opportunity to call
That's a
Ms.
misdirect.
Patterson.
That's a misdirect. What issue did I say I had with the
You
last?
said you wanted to raise
I
an
said-
issue with about Detective
What I
Guth's
said was
testimony.
I might have more questions for that witness. I didn't say it was an issue.
Oh, I didn't hear that, sir.
He said that.
You had your opportunity to ask the witness questions. He's been released.
Yeah.
Your Honor, if I mumble something under my breath, somehow that's audible, but when I talk clearly, somehow
I may
nobody
have
hears
missed
me.
it, but I heard what I interpreted was when you said I may have an issue with this witness. I didn't understand. I guess I didn't take that as you were going to reserve your right to recall him.
I don't know why.
Are you telling me you'd like to reserve your right to recall Detective Guth?
Yes.
All right, then that will be noted, and we'll keep him under the subpoena.
There's no more
Now-
questions for him.
That should address that. I'll have the jury brought back in, and you should be prepared if you choose to call Ms. Patterson. This is your opportunity to do it.
At the same time, though, that's still a rush to judgment, Your Honor. You can't. I shouldn't be forced to call people in the order that I'm being told to when these are my witnesses, my subpoenas.
You did not want to provide us with the order, and I respected that, Mr. Brooks.
But I said that
And
from the
so
beginning.
then I asked
Your
you
Honor,
to put
with
him
all
in
respect,
flux.
did I not inform Your Honor in the court that I would not give a specific order?
Yes, you said that, but that doesn't mean anything. You saying that doesn't mean that they have to go for it. You saying I'm not gonna do this, that doesn't mean that it's right. Or that they're gonna follow what you said. That's not how it works.
I stated that numerous times.
So what?
And Mr. Brooks,
Numerous
I have
times.
authority to tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
You may
I
not
did-
like it. You
I
may
did.
disagree with it.
It's not
You
about
have
that.
been-
It's about the rush
you
to
have not
judgment,
been
Your Honor.
cooperating with this process. The
There's
state
nothing
has
to cooperate
graciously
with.
agreed to assist you given your custodial status.
Okay, and I never asked them to
frankly,
do
any
that.
attorney in this
I
situation
never asked them to do that, Your Honor.
would give us the order.
Did I not? Did I ask them to do that?
Ungrateful. This is. I was just about to say another word, but he's really ungrateful. They help him, and now he's like, "Did I tell them to help me? No, I never tell them to help me. So why will they help you anymore?" He's shooting himself in the foot.
I did not ask them to do that. They
No,
volunteered.
They offered.
So at the end of the day,
but we expect
If
your
they didn't want to do
cooperation in
it,
that.
yeah, but that wasn't one of the stipulations when they offered to do it, Your Honor. Let's
No, common courtesy.
Remember when he said any help is appreciated? Remember that? He said that at the beginning when I offered to help him. Now they're like, I didn't tell them to help me.
Courtesy is the stipulation.
Okay,
sir.
but it wasn't
and here's the
stipulated
thing.
to, so I didn't have.
You are well advised of how this process was going to go.
No, I was not.
It is
Yes, you were.
normal
If you-
in a trial.
You can't
to call
put the people.
witnesses
You can't
out
put the
of
people
order
in a
based on
specific
their
spot for me,
availability.
Your Honor. Come on now.
It is.
That's a rush to judgment.
There's no rush to judgment here. You
Did
keep
the state?
saying
Did the
that,
state
sir,
have to
but
put
that's
their
not the
witnesses?
case.
Your Honor, with all due respect, did the state have to put their witnesses in order and tell me?
It doesn't matter.
It's irrelevant what the state did. in
Did
that
they have to
regard.
do that?
They didn't need your assistance to do that.
Did they have to do it?
No, they did not.
I don't have to be
do it.
provided with. We're going to call this witness at this time,
But they're
and this
able
witness at this
to
time.
contact
They
their
didn't have to do that, so why should I have
and
to do that?
accommodate their schedules. This is not about you. It's not about the state. It's about the witnesses.
Oof, you never tell Darrell Brooks that it's not about him. That's he hates that.
It's about what's fair.
Availability.
It's about what's fair.
No, frankly, sir, it's about you trying to control what's happening in this court.
How am I controlling what's happening? I'm the one shackled to the table with
So
a
here's the
with a
situation.
shock device
It is
on my ankles.
9:52.
So how's I'm trying to control anything?
I'm
I
having
just
to-
want this
I'm
to be
going
fair,
to-
and it hasn't been fair.
It
Mr.
has.
Brooks, It's fair.
No, it's not. If I have to do something that they don't have to do, how's that fair?
It's fair.
Explain to
because
me how
of
that's
the
fair.
process that it has been set up to frankly help you. get
No,
the
it's
witnesses
not helping me by
to
it's helping
court.
the state
And no.
by being able to say if we know the time and we know
You
the
did
person
not-
and
I
we know this,
asked you-
then we can be prepared. So we'll
Prepare for what? They haven't even. I think they only did cross with one witness so far. They don't need to be prepared for anything. They're just letting you ask your questions and then move on.
already be ready.
Mr. Brooks,
That was
I
the
asked
whole
you
aim of that.
yesterday, and I would have had her come in later. You didn't want to answer that question.
There was no
And
question. There was no question to answer.
That's not
I
true.
did what you asked me to do, Your Honor. You
No, you
said
didn't.
yes, you did.
No, you didn't.
You did. You asked me to give them my witness
Mr.
list.
Brooks,
I gave them my witness list. It's not. It's
Yesterday,
not my fault.
I very
It's not my fault. They
expressly-
weren't gonna be prepared to
Mr.
do
Brooks,
their
here's the
to
deal.
do
The
their
jury's
cross.
coming out, and I'm going to stand my ground on this.
I'm gonna
Okay,
stand my
it
ground
is-
too, but I'm
if
not
you
gonna. I'm not
don't
gonna
call
be
her-
disrespectful or disruptive.
If you
I'm just
don't
stating I
call
want it to be
her
fair.
When the jury comes back out, I'm releasing her from the subpoena.
You can't do that.
For
Law-
your
where's
lack
the
of
lawful law?
cooperation.
Where's the lawful law? I have the right to
You have
witnesses,
to cooperate with this process.
but I
sir.
also have the Sixth Amendment right.
We have a witness available for you to
Yeah.
call. I can require
It's
you
not
to
the
call
witness
her
that
right
should have
now.
been called at this time, Your Honor.
It is based on the list that you provided and
That didn't
in the
have a
order.
time. That didn't have a time or of
I'm not going to
or an
play
order.
this game with you, sir.
It's not no game.
It
That's what
was-
you don't
it
see.
is-
Yeah, that's a game. Like saying that I'm not gonna give them the order is a game.
a game to
understand.
you. I believe that fully.
I don't care what you believe fully.
All right.
It's not a game.
We.
I don't take
I
this as
asked
a
you-
game. That's what
Let me explain
nobody.
this to you
That's what
once
nobody.
again.
You don't got to explain nothing to me.
Do you want?
That's what you don't understand. You think
you
that
want
this
the
is a whole
opportunity
game
to
to me.
question?
This is not a game to me, Your Honor. Nothing about this is a joke.
I never
That's
said
what
it
y'all
was a
don't
joke.
understand.
But there's
And it's
some
unfair.
gamesmanship
It's
that's going on.
unfair and it's disrespectful to me that you think I would come in here purposely and treat this like a joke or a game.
I never said it was a
What
joke.
type of statement is that?
Mr.
Your life is not on the line. Mine is. And you think that I think this is funny?
I don't think.
He's gaslighting right now. He's saying that she says that this was a joke. She never said that. He said that you were treating it like a game. And then he's doing all this stuff to be outraged.
think it's funny whatsoever.
So,
And I
I
understand.
think, Your Honor, with all due respect, I think you should show
we're
some
gonna take
respect.
a 5-minute break, and when we come back, the jury's coming out, and you need to call your next witness.
Yeah.
Thank you. We are in
No,
recess.
you're not rushing me to judgment. I don't care what you're talking about.
All right, we're gonna leave it here. He just exploded right there. The explosions are gonna continue from now on. So be ready for that. All right, I'm gonna see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Bye bye.